All right, welcome back to the 6th episode of the No Signal podcast. With me today, we have Meshy. How are we doing today?
I'm doing good, doing good.
All right. And what game are we bringing to the people today?
We're playing my favorite fighting game. This is Guilty Gear XX. We're playing Accent Core.
Accent Core, all right. Versus 2P here.
Please select your character.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself to get it started here?
Just anything?
Yeah, just anything. Like, who are you? What do you do? What do you like to play?
So, I'm Meshy. That's my arcade name. Real name's David. And outside of like all this fighting game stuff, I'm a writer. Like that's what I'm in college for writing.
Okay.
So I'd be doing. I like writing pretty much any genre. I'd say my favorite genre to write. The cliche. Every writer is like, I love fantasy, and they don't end up writing
Yep.
fantasy. They end up doing the genre I'm probably best at, which is horror.
All right, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
All right, and if you guys don't know, he is fairly new to the Neon Dreams arcade scene here. He's a fellow member of the Caliber cult. Go hit those. All right.
My controls are.
Should be good. All right, and then why is this game important to you? That's something I like to ask people when they come on here. Why did you pick this game, and why is it important to you?
Man. So
Like, what's the childhood memory associated with this?
So for this one, I remember like my first. So I'm a 2005 baby, but I was raised on like Xbox 360. Every once in a while, my dad would pull out the original Xbox. But it was like, I don't know how his brother did it, but he modded it in a way where it was like they like bolted some like weird hack thing into the Xbox.
Okay.
And it had games from like NES on the Xbox ready to go. It was crazy. So one of the games on there was MK Deception. I really love that game.
Respect. That was one of my first, like, I wouldn't say real fighting games, but it was a fighting game.
It was a fighting game. And all I had was the base roster. It was like kind of small because we didn't do the story mode. And then I pull it out like a few days later, or I mean a few years later when I'm in like middle school. Just like going through all like the stuff. And I find this game, and my dad was like, oh yeah, no, I used to be a monster at this game. So we played it, and I was like, I picked Dizzy. This is my first ever like real fighting game character, and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is
the one. This is the one right here, Chief. All right.
That game. So I don't know. It was on the consoles on that list.
Yep.
Played it.
Please select your character.
All right. And how did you feel the first time at Neon?
Oh man, so I had always wanted to come here because I remember I saw like the ads on Instagram, like way back then. I want to say, man, when did it open again? It was like November.
It was October of last year. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had been seeing the ads since August, September, and I was like really excited to go. College hit, so I couldn't come on like the
If
opening.
you like that.
And it took a few months because I was trying to get into the group college. So I came here like March. My first time coming here, I was like, all right, this is amazing. Like straight up. Because the only prior arcade experience I had was Metrocade.
Okay.
Metrocon.
Which is like, it's not bad, but it's
not bad. But I don't know. It was smaller that year. Like this year, it was really big. Metrocade. But last year, it was really small. So I came here and I was like, yeah, this feels like Metrocade. And I saw all the console setups. I was like, oh, okay, this is for real.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I first time coming here, and it was with my friends too. I was like, yeah.
this
like
the one.
Spring break, college, everyone was bored. So I was like, yeah, this is a nice place to crash.
All right. And then what got you started on the Caliber 2?
So, she's gonna be watching it. I know she is. So Alexa's my girlfriend. on that original Xbox, it was like all the games, and on there was Soul Calibur. That was another one of those games where my dad was like, no, I messed with that one heavy. I used to whoop people's ass in that one. And it's true. I was like, what, still middle school? Yeah, fighting Voldo is not a fun experience.
Yeah, no, it is universally probably the worst time if you don't have any matchup knowledge. After you figure him out, he's not too bad, but.
Yeah, but like.
I'm privileged that one of the owners of Neon is a Voldo main, so I have that much experience with it. But
yeah, no,
it's
opening up that
miserable.
game was miserable.
Yeah, that's one of my like cheeky picks against Jet. Jet hates that matchup. So if I'm having a real bad time against Jet, I'll just pick Voldo.
Yeah, Jet was like, Boone's been doing that against me for like years now. I'm like, I know this struggle now.
Yeah.
But so we popped open the Xbox. And my girlfriend was like, oh my god, I used to play this all the time as a kid. She then proceeded to whoop my ass with Ivy. And so then, again, like a few years later, we stopped by the arcade, we see the Soul Calibur 2 cabinet, and we play it. And I remember Dallas was like, are you going to play in the Soul Calibur 2 tournament? I was like, no, I haven't played this in years. And I didn't play that day, and then like a month later, at the next one, I was like grinding it in college on like an emulator, and I was like, all right, I'll play it. That's what really started it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then was Nightmare always your choice, or is that a more modern pickup there?
No, I think Nightmare has always been my choice. I don't remember who I played when we up that cabinet first time, or Xbox. I was probably playing like it was probably Nightmare because I saw a big guy with big sword.
Big guy, big sword. Yep. Unga bunga brain, go burr.
I was like, yeah, let's play him.
Yeah. My first choice was Yun Sung, so I had a very rough time because that character does good damage. You just can't get anything started against someone who knows what they're doing.
Unless you do like that weird Just Frames thing that happened on stream. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, Brian is also just a demon, so like, the man will pick up any fighting game and is absolutely cracked.
Yeah, no, definitely a weird character. Nightmare is a very weird character. He's like slow, but then sometimes he's really fast.
Yeah, he has like weird stuff he can do to like stay fast, but there's no like. It's weird. Like unless you play him, it's hard to explain.
Like all the dudes on Netplay were like showing these like combos. I'm like, this is not how Nightmare looks normally to me. I don't know how y'all are pulling this off.
Yeah, and like Jet's another player who's just his brain when he plays Nightmare is so different compared to a lot of people that I've seen. Like he's so utilitarian. He loves the flashy stuff, but he'll lock in and just do like the most. Like the exact move for the right situation. It's insane. Like I aspire to be that Nightmare. Like I keep too much flashy stuff in my kit for it to be viable a lot of the time, but
for me, I'm still on that like 6-6B brain rot. I can't quite escape it yet. I'm almost there.
6-6B is good though. Like overhead that tracks on that. Yeah, it's good.
It's good, but like. I'll do it on Netplay, and they'll be like, "Dude, you gotta stop spamming that."
I'm stuck in 3B.
3B.
The 3B loop of 3B into B, or do another 3B and like delay it. Like it's not good.
And the best way to get out of that is like you could do the 3B spam, but they were like, just do 2G after, and I was like, what do you mean by that? And they showed me, it was like, oh my god, instant stance cancel. I was like, what is this?
Knowing how to 2G is super important in that game, especially like in post GI. Like if you start instead of immediately going for the GI after and start 2Ging, it will completely change the way you play that game. Good. Yep, Windows notification. So what modern games do you play right now?
Oh,
what's the go-to?
Like fighting games or general?
Just in general.
Alright, so I'll say like a modern fighting game after, but if I had to pick like one modern game right now, fighting game, it's probably Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, okay, respectable.
Love some
My
Baldur's
girlfriend
Gate.
is obsessed with that game, so.
Same here. Character creator goes hard, man.
Oh, yeah.
Show's still there for like 20 years.
Yep. It'll be, the playthrough will be 2 hours, but character creation will be 8. So.
Exactly, yep. But other than like Baldur's Gate, for fighting games, they're just so expensive now, so I can't
Yeah. You can't just drop 60 at a new game every single
know.
time.
So-
70 now, like.
like I got gifted Street Fighter 6,
Mhm.
and then I managed, like I had some Christmas money, Tekken 8. So in terms of like modern fighting games, I'd say the one that I play right now is probably Tekken. I'm trying to get more into Tekken.
Okay.
I played it a bunch on launch and then
Yeah,
polished
just
it.
didn't. Yeah. I feel that. I played it a ton on launch, like right after it came out in the arcade, and then after that, like just getting caught up in transitioning between like my old job and this, and
It's a mess.
yeah, and the podcast is like there's no time to learn. So I play Victor and Yoshi. My Yoshi is ass now. Like I tried playing it in the tournament, got absolutely washed last time, and then my Victor is still like the the day one combos of just like, all right, we're gonna do 2, and then we're gonna do variations of 2, and that's it.
For me, it's like Jin only.
Jin only. Oh.
I don't know, that story mode is just a JoJo's episode.
Yeah.
Hidden behind $70. Eddie in this game is so weird, man.
Yeah, it feels wonkish.
I think this is the version where he's good, and then Accent Core Plus R came out, and I was like, oh wow.
And then every game after, they just keep tanking this character.
Oh man, Strive.
Bro, I don't even want to.
I don't want to touch Strive.
You should though. Like the community we have here for Strive is actually decent. Like there's a lot of respect.
Oh yeah, I love the fandom of Strive. It's just as a game.
Oh yeah, that game's got some nutty stuff. The newest patch helped a lot. But
Yeah, I've seen the patch. I'm like, okay, this looks fun, especially with that weird SNK mode they got going
yeah,
on.
they got the 3v3s. So I think, not confirmed, I think for our next tournament we're gonna do a side bracket for 3v3. Just because everybody here wants to play it.
I would, yeah, that sounds fun. Hopefully Dizzy comes out soon, man.
Yeah.
I'm afraid, yo, my friend has been like, when are we gonna play Strive? I'm like, yo, the day they launch Dizzy, you'll catch me on that game. Until then, I'm not playing.
And I was hyped when Slayer came out, and then he became like so scummy to use, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't get to play the character that I enjoy because I respect the people around me.
That's how
Bro,
that's how bad it is.
His super is full screen.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
full screen, one frame.
The Kuma one, right? Is
Yeah.
that like, yeah, I've seen that. It's actually gross.
I'm like, oh, I don't feel good playing this character. Because at least in like XRD and stuff, like I had to work for it a little bit, so it felt good, but no, not at all. And now I'm back to chip brain rot since I got Loverless, and not good.
Temkin Brain Rot is the best in Guilty. I will say.
Oh, we love it. We have specific like UI elements for the stream for Potemkin. We got a pop buster counter going. Love it. And now that Heavenly Buster's hitbox got changed and it's more free than it has ever been.
It's better?
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah.
So the clip that I've seen that's been going around is when Bridget's on top of the yo-yo, like moving in, like that state, you can Heavenly out of that. Cody was talking to me about like weird setups now. The bike and tether cheese is back, where you can
oh man,
you can pop buster as soon as you get tethered. As soon as after you land from it, you can do I think 6K, and then it'll bounce them back with their own tether, and then you can get another buster off of it.
Jesus, bro.
Like it's gross.
Weird, man. In terms of fighting games, Tekken 8.
Tekken 8.
Love Tekken.
All right. And what are some the main point of this podcast stemmed from Jet's story of him as a child in the arcade scene. He had a story where he would wait in line for I think it was Street Fighter 2 and MK 2 games. I think Street Fighter 2 specifically is what he was waiting for. And he was a shorter Asian kid. He couldn't really see over most people, so when he's waiting in line back in the day when arcades used to have huge crowds to play one cabinet.
Yeah. At the hill.
Yeah, he would, he couldn't see over anybody, so he would watch the games happen on the mirrored ceilings.
That's sick, man.
But what are some arcade stories or gaming stories that you have that are just like core memories that are like, yeah, this is what I want to do?
Oh, for like arcade stories, again, like 2005 kid, there was no arcades, especially not in this area. Like, this is the only one, man, that I know of, other than Limited Video Games, I think, has arcade cabs, but
they're not like.
But yeah,
we love Unlimited here. They help us out a ton.
Yeah.
But like arcade, it's not like
they have like
a true arcade. They have a few cabs.
Yeah, they have a few cabs. So in terms of like fighting game cabinets, like the ones I heard, and so I guess I'll segue into like. But I don't have any of my own really, other than Metrocade. But I'll get to that. The Marvel 2 sweep was real.
Yeah. You need to talk about that. That's the one I wanted to get on here.
So the ones that really got me were the ones from my dad. He told me he was like a demon at like Bloody Roar, Virtua Fighter. He'd always ask like, you know the name of that one game where they like turn into animals, and it was like the craziest thing. There was like a wolf and everything, and I'd be like, Bloody Roar? And then he'd go on like a whole session about this, what he used to do. And he was like one of those dudes that would stay on the arcade cab because like there's like only one arcade cab.
Yeah.
He'd stay on that cabinet and just whoop everyone's ass. People would get mad at him. It was so funny, man.
Yep.
So yeah, the arcade stories I heard much like it was King of the Hill style until you lose.
Yep, it was until you lose. Yep, it was how high can you keep that win streak going? If you're on your same quarter, you're still playing. So.
Same thing with like Virtua Fighter, like he loved that game. I was like, Dad, if they do a Virtua Fighter tournament, you're coming to it, right? I was like, come on, bro.
I would love to see him meet Avery, Gentleman Thief. Gentleman Thief is the best Virtua Fighter player in the United States, and I think top 3 worldwide.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. He hasn't played it in so long, so I'm like, you sure did? But those were his arcade stories. It was always just him at like some random arcade in Boston. Back when it was like booming, like he played Mortal Kombat and all that stuff. And then my arcade stories, the extent of it is Metrocade. So 30-3 on Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, explain how that went down. Like, how did that start? Like, start to end. How does that story go?
For Metrocon, I usually have like a whole I go with. I'll shout out their names like Justin, Alexis, and those are like my good friends. And so we go to Metrocon. Izzy's there too. Like maybe Chaos's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, she comes.
Small world.
I know, it's really small world. I was like, oh my god.
There's a ton of that happens here.
So and there's a lot more that went with us. I know my friend Joel. So I was like, alright, well, here's the thing. Vampire Savior got announced at the arcade, so I'm only going to be on Vampire Savior. You will never see Thunder Hall. But then everyone hogged Vampire Savior.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because it's amazing
good.
game. And so I was like, alright, well, we got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And so I decided, I'm practicing because I got to do an interviews project I got to do. So I would just like sit at the cab and like ask people getting the collection. I'm getting that. 100% I'm getting that.
Oh yeah, there will be tourneys when that game drops here, believe you me.
So
there are people foaming at the mouth to play more Marvel.
More of that. It's so good. Last tournament was cursed, but it was fun.
Yeah, we had the one guy, what was his name?
Kalpis Sour.
Yeah, Kalpis Sour. Came out of retirement to just come in and sweep bracket. I feel so bad that I seated that man so low just because I didn't know who he was.
I didn't know.
Everyone showed up late. I'm like, all right, well, you're here. The way that went was he saw it. He saw the advertisement for it on Facebook the same day, and was like,
I'm in.
Oh, I'm in. Like, I'm gonna go sign up. I'm gonna see if I can make it. And he was so hyped to like be able to play again. And then he knew.
He knew Jet.
Yeah, he knew Jet. Carl's had seen him before. Like, it was insane.
And that spiral was awesome to watch, man. I loved it. Commentating that match was crazy. But for Metrocade, it was kind of, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go play on the cabinet. I know enough about Marvel 2. Fine, I didn't know how to DHC yet. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I got like that big streak with just knowing like basic fighting game fundamentals. And yeah, no, you could not get me on that cabinet. I was on there for like, I think an hour straight just grinding Marvel 2 matches. And my favorite moment was when this one guy, him and his friend were trying to like beat me. And after enough, they were like, all right, we're gonna go. And I heard them walking away, they were like, those fucking Fightcade players. I was like,
like I know,
like, I don't
even play on Fightcade. That's such a real experience though. Oh my lord.
Oh yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. My team was Blackheart, Juggernaut, Akuma.
Okay.
Big one, my team, and the year before that, I cosplayed Akuma, and I played the same team at Metrocade 2023, and then I ran into an actual Fightcade player.
Oh.
And he proceeded to whoop my ass with Dan. I was like, okay, so that's what they're capable of. I gotta like practice. Oh, yeah, no, definitely hogging the MvC2 cab. I would try to take breaks because my arm would start hurting after like that win streak. And people were like, no, you haven't lost yet.
They're like, no, dude, please. That's how I feel like when I'm really trying to grind out Marvel. Like, dude, my wrist hurts. Like I'm 3 matches in and I'm running to go grab my wrist brace, dude. Like it's bad.
It's bad, man. Cause all like the inputs.
Like, cause that game is just like Mash City.
Like especially for like characters like actually no, I'm pretty sure all supers like you have to mash.
Yeah, you have to mash to get full damage.
So it hurts after a little.
Yeah, especially anybody with a projectile where if you hit him, it's just free damage. Like I'm a BB Hood player, so it's literally just like.
Yeah,
the whole time.
But hey, BB Hood does got that one Juggernaut thing.
Got
that going for.
Go. I can't wait for this man to come
I know,
back
I'm ready. I was just about to say like, oh man, are you ready for Venom in Strive?
Yeah. I used to play Venom in XRD, so I'm excited.
My boy. I want to cosplay him one day, but that hair just feels so impossible.
Like, I'm trying to think like how you could cheese it, cause to get the effect, cause it's super like wide strands.
Got spaghetti noodle hair.
Yeah. got the linguini here.
Yeah. So, and then all my experiences here are also like cool arcade stories. Like,
go into some of that.
So,
a lot of the time when I'm here, I'm working, so I don't even really get a chance to like observe anymore.
So for me, one of my favorite things was it was after like Soul Calibur tournament that fell on the same day as a Street Fighter 6 tournament. Hearing top 8 Nate.
Yeah, top 8 Nate. Yeah,
Nate
like, Fearless. Shout out Nate Fearless.
Oh my god, it was so funny. I was like, I didn't even know who he was.
If you guys watch and haven't been here for a Street Fighter 6 night, the energy in that room is unparalleled.
Bro, that one guy is so funny.
Psych, the bigger dude.
Yeah.
Psych.
He's
from the Sarasota crew that comes down.
Hey, Sarasota. He's so funny.
Dude, it is a blast. Like all those dudes like love each other. It's all friendly rivalries.
And KV Chaos.
Yep,
Again,
KV Chaos.
Being, like my cousin, or being my friend's cousin, I was like, oh, damn, you didn't tell me you had this on your family. What the?
Shout out KV at CEO, just absolutely mopping that dude as soon as I hopped into chat. Yep. He posted that on a story where I'm like going crazy in chat. And then he just like absolutely mops this guy who plays Aki. So KV used to play Aki before he played JP. So I saw the matchup and I'm like in the back office at Publix at work, looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, this dude's about to get the shit beat out of him. And like he couldn't get anything set up. Like it was so bad. Like KV murdered that dude.
I'm watching his JP. Izzy's always like, go get in there. Whoop his ass. I'm like, it's. I play third strike, okay?
Yeah.
Relax.
And KV's like big. Like that man, he don't play.
But yeah, no, those are good arcade moments. I guess another one was hearing that's a lot of damage when I did that one Jin super. I caught the assist on cable. That was a fun match. I don't know what it was. I just like one day during like labbing, I was like, I've seen Justin Wong play this guy. Let me check him out. And then like he, no. I see. No. Woo! No. I saw the flash. I was like, oh no. Yep.
Bring one shots back.
Yeah, bring IKs back. That's another reason I'm like, bro, come on, Strife. I get IKs
No,
back.
I get why they're not there because a brand new player is going to be like,
oh yeah,
what the
it'd be broken. Especially like in this game, Slayer's IK is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, we don't need Slayer to have any more busted shit, please.
Because in this game, it's like so fast. Or wait, no, not Slayer. Johnny.
Oh yeah,
Johnny's
yeah,
IK.
Johnny's is like instant in this game.
Like if you can manage to get like the IK mode, if you set up correctly, you can get that for free.
Yeah. I've also loved Jet kind of taking you under his wing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's another one of my favorite moments. Getting that poster. That poster was sick. I'm gonna hang it up in my dorm room.
He talked to me recently at my birthday tournament. He's like, everyone kind of sees themselves as the main character in their own stories, and now he's kind of like looking back and appreciating more like being a side and an assist in a lot of people like coming up here. So he very much realizes the value he can bring to like other people's lives here and like expanding the fighting game community.
I agree, man. I've been like even a younger kid. Like I just get my friends to play these like random fighting games. I really like the community. But yeah, no, Jet is definitely bringing me under his wing.
Yep, you were one of his first picks in
I know. I think
in the birthday tournament. I think you were the first pick. Yeah. I knew it was coming too. Like as soon as first pick happened, I'm like, oh, he's gonna pick the new Nightmare player. Like,
let's go.
Off rip.
But yeah, no, it's definitely true. Like that whole just stepping back, trying to help out the guidelines. Like I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's
like
what
he's given back from like the support he got as a younger kid to now, especially like it's so crazy to for me to see someone like Frankie just come in here to like hang out.
I know. I was like I had always known the Fighters generation, but I'd never seen the face. So when I saw him on Max's podcast, I was like,
yeah, that was so wild. Like I watched that video and just like I didn't really watch a whole lot of like Max growing up, but like I watched Matt McMuscles from like Best Friends play and like Justin Wong.
Yeah, Jay Wong.
And then like to see that with a person who like I didn't really know a whole lot about Fighters Generation like growing up. I wasn't huge into fighting games until like more recently, like past high school. And so to like see a person who I viewed as just like, oh, this is a regular at the arcade. Yeah, he has this website. I don't know too much about it.
To like see the scale.
Yeah, and then like to step back and be like, oh, like this is the guy.
This is the guy. Like I was looking at the Max comments. They were like, oh yeah, I remember this from like the early 2000s. I was like, oh, we've been around that long. Oh.
Because like I went through and looked through Fighters Generation, and like a lot of the like pictures and reference we get for a lot of the like advertisement for Neon is anytime I do a post, a lot of it is like using reference from like Fighters Generation now. But like it's insane the like impact that site has had, and put a like face to the name now is insane. I remember one of the first Soul Calibur tournaments we had when he showed up. Sean was the original one to point him out and be like, "Yo, do you know who that is?" Like,
really
low-key fangirling about it, and he's like so nervous playing against him. And he's just like, yeah, like that's Mr. Yagami, and he like the name didn't click with me, and he's like, that's the dude who runs Fighters Generation, like big name, and just to have that in the arcade as like, because I just knew him as like, oh, Jet's friend. Like
yeah, that's what I thought at first, and then I was looking up like Soul Calibur tournaments. I was like, oh, he used to be like a pro Soul Calibur player.
Yeah, and like a huge Tekken player, like actually insane.
So seeing him was definitely a jump scare. Also, I love Sean.
Oh yeah,
Sean is so fun.
Sean the homie. We were talking the other night. We have this buddy cop dynamic now.
You do?
Yeah, like that's my homie. It's so funny to like sit down and play with him in casuals, because we'll play like caliber casuals and like third strike and stuff. A lot of the times, like I'll low key like mop him. And then I'll see him in tournament just absolutely locked in, and he'll get the download after like a match and just pop off. And I'm like, I am like low-key not afraid to fight him in tournament, because I kind of like get his stuff, and I can. There's a little bit of tilt when we play with each other, so it'll be like, oh, he'll get me like pissed off and something, and then I'll get him like worked up over like third strike or hitting him with stupid Necrid shit and Soul Calibur. So it's always back and forth.
I remember there's like one night we were playing during the Tekken tournament, and it was after the Soul Calibur tournament, and I was like, why didn't I play like this in bracket? I was locked in, and I beat him a few times in a row, and he was like, I'm gonna get you. He lost the Tekken match, came over, he got me, and I was like, oh, well, I gotta go home, but I want to keep running here with you, man. God damn it.
He is one of the funnest people to play fighting games with. Like, he is true, like, playing with Sean is the true experience of just, like, sitting in someone's basement, like, having a good time playing fighting games.
My poor girlfriend, though, she did get the Sean treatment. He asked her to play, she was just playing Marvel, not 2, the other one.
Yeah, 1.
And she was playing it. I'm so sorry. She's gonna watch it. I'm so sorry. And Sean comes over. He's like, "Can I play?" And she's like,
"Yeah."
Yeah. And then afterwards, she's like, "Take that, man." She's like, "I'm
typical."
In a friendly way, she's like, "I'm
typical
a
Sean experience. Typical Sean experience. I love it. Yeah, he was one of the first few people that like I met here and played Caliber with, and that was back when I was like ass, like still trying to like play Young Sung against Wrath.
No.
Yeah, and just getting bodied.
Crazy parts, they're similar on the tier list, but you watch a Wrath.
Like, oh yeah, the Wrath has so much more than Young Sung could even do. It's just because you can do a forward BB and then like play your entire game around forward BB.
Forward BB and a random to like ABK, and now you gotta get.
And then he'll do that weird like sweep kick for Oki. Like it's dumb. It's so dumb.
Dumb character.
Like watching Sean locked in as Wrath is otherworldly.
Really,
like
really
his movement's insane. Like he knows exactly when to throw an attack. Like he'll wait the millisecond when you wake up too slow to throw that kick. Like he'll catch you on everything.
I guess another favorite community comment. I guess getting top 5 at Marvel, that was fun.
Yeah, I was so proud of you.
I was like, oh my god, dude, you have to understand. I was one of the people that voted open bracket, because I was like, well, I'm assuming it's like Metrocade. No one knows how to play top tier. And then
I voted against it just because Jet was here, and I've seen that. I've played that man on Cab, and I'm like, this is not going to be a good time for anybody. And like my first match against Sean, I knew exactly how it was going to go. Bro, I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
Yeah, that was payback for all of the Soul Cal 2 shenanigans. Like absolutely.
I love this game. It's just air dash. But yeah, no, getting top 5 was crazy, especially with like I was telling everyone, I was like, the highest I can go is Cyclops in terms of like the game's overall too. Like not including ratio. Cause I don't know, like Magneto, like the characters like Magneto, I'm like, where do you even start?
Yeah, like
right?
You just need so much generational knowledge of like, I've played this game for 30 years. I know all of the frame data. I know exactly what's going to hit and what position you're on.
There's things like Super Combo Wiki, but there's a difference between just reading something and then actually trying to put it into execution.
And that's not a game that like you can just sit down and lab like interactions with. Because there's so many like hyper-specific like
a straight
hitbox like shenanigans or character size.
Like a straight hitbox to a combo won't work on another straight hitbox. Like it's that kind of thing where it's like nothing's ever guaranteed. Kind of just.
Or like this will work against this specific team and that's it.
Yeah.
Like
what I like about that game is so much is like nothing ever feels the same.
Yeah.
Unless you're watching top tier.
But I mean, that's how
that's
how
game.
old fighting games work.
I think Musashi was yeah, top tier, low tiers played 2 different games.
Yeah. That's why I really liked my match against Cody. Because like we were just playing that like it was Street Fighter, dude.
Yeah.
Artsy. It was specifically when I was playing Sakura into his Zangief, and I was just hitting him with like air combos and keeping him juggled with like Shoryus. It was so dumb. Like,
man.
and then as soon as he would hit the ground, he would just immediately like hit me with the 360. Like it was, it looked like a Street Fighter fight.
Fire Alpha. I like the way that game looks. MvC2 is just.
I'm excited to try to get a lot more like retro fighting games, bringing a lot of the older games back.
Yeah, man, that's all because like I said, fighting games are so expensive now. That's all I really play. I can only really play like the older stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Because like even on like Steam, it's like, oh, 15 bucks, go.
Yeah, and like you can get fighting games from 10 years ago for like $5.
Yeah, man.
Especially when they go on sale, like, oh, I'm gonna spend $30 and get 30 games.
Like I have a Discord friend, I have a Discord with my friends, and anytime Accent Core is on sale, I'm always like, guys,
yeah, we got it. Come on.
You gotta get it. This is the time you're gonna get it. I know you got that $5. Oh, man,
Valdo, Valdo moment. This is probably the only Guilty Gear where I kind of know how to play Faust.
Yeah.
After this, it's gone.
Right, Faust also looks kinda.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah. It's all around like his whole playstyle is based around like scalpel fishing.
Yeah.
It's all like, all right, I'm gonna hit you in the command grab, and then I'm gonna launch you, and then I'm gonna throw random garbage. Pray I get dumbbell and hope.
And Anji in this game, bro, like.
Yeah. Oh, Anji in like Thrive too is like I will hate the Anji setup, so, like the Anji matchup so much because he can just like walk through 90% of my kit. Especially as a chip player, because like as soon as you get walked for that first time, you're like, oh, okay, now I have to like think 8 steps ahead of what you're gonna do and try to bait walk into something else. Like it's.
And
so
in this game, it's set up so free. As like the heavy version, it's like armored, I think. I remember. So you can kind of just knock down for free and then get butterfly.
Yeah, fish on in Strive is like OP.
Oh, mouse fix.
Getting her blocked. That was.
Oh, okay. This game does have EX. So I was like, wait, is this the one with you?
Door.
I love Door.
Yep. Yep. It's always a good time here. Do you have any questions for me before we kind of close it out here?
I guess what's your stance on the? I remember one of the questions that you were gonna ask me, like, what's your stance on modern
fighting games? Modern fighting games specifically, I believe right now we are in like the second boom that like Street Fighter 4 kind of set up.
Yeah.
Like it was super dry there for a while, and as a Calibur fan, I'm super sad to see the newest Soul Calibur just absolutely decimated, low key from launch. Like,
Okay.
I am a huge Reversal Edge hater. I believe you should have to learn the game instead of get your mix-up for free.
Soul Calibur 7.
Bro, we don't even know if it's
We
gonna
don't even know
happen.
if
We
that's
don't
gonna
even know. Like Tekken 8's doing so good now. Like
Yeah, T8. It's sweeping. It's gonna be here for. I mean, Tekken 7 was here for a while.
yeah, but it's even Tekken 7. Like that game had such a dedicated player base that as soon as Tekken 8 dropped, it was like, all right, no, all of us are moving over here. We are immediately learning the new thing. Like, and how many like casual players that that game brought into fighting games?
Dude, like Billy Pichu.
Yeah,
My
like,
Harada
I'm
was
like,
like,
what the fuck?
I was like, you're like, this isn't, what are you doing here? And then she's like crazy at the game too.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, well, that's probably like generational knowledge too,
Yeah.
but.
Because I've been watching her since I was like younger, and then she's like popping off on Tekken. I'm like, oh my god.
No, like you just gotta like that, huh? I also love the joke. I don't know if it is specifically from me at Neon or just commentators in general. The XK Who joke.
The what?
The XK Who joke. Do you know of the player XK Who?
No, I don't think
They won our last Tekken 8 bracket here. They're a Zhao Yu player.
Oh wait, no, I do know them. They were at Metrocade.
Yeah. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I forget how their name's actually pronounced, which makes it even worse. But like I would keep calling them out like for their setup as XK Who. And so in like even on stream commentary XK Who, and then one day on Start GG they changed their name from like all of it together to like spaced out, so X_K_Who. And now it has devolved into every time they win a set, everybody in the arcades just woo.
Oh nah.
I'm like,
Is it right?
So I don't know if that's from me or like just commentators in general, like.
It might.
But I didn't see it till after here, so. Yeah, that was nutty.
First joke. I guess another question I was, what do you think is like a big difference between like older fighting games versus the?
I would say like for one, control styles. Like modern controls just straight up allow a lot more people into fighting games. I know there's a big dispute, especially in like Street Fighter, about like dynamic and modern controls allowed in online play against people with classic, which is like
I know
a weird stance, but I appreciate more people just getting into fighting games, and if that lets them like learn the game and eventually switch over to modern to the classic controls or modern controls, like that's perfectly fine. MK has had its like casual scene pretty much control the fighting game industry for a while.
Pretty
so
much.
if most fighting games are dead, people will still casuals will still buy MK. So
that's true. That's just how MK is.
Yep. That is how it is. Yeah. If no fighting games are selling, MK will still sell copies.
MK will still sell.
Like MK1 is in a terrible state, like competitive wise, but that game is still selling close to Tekken 8, which is a spooky thought.
I've been trying to like dodge MK1. I'm like, oh yeah, but it's out there yet. Everyone's like mad about the game. It's to a point where I've heard like even casuals are trying to get a little mad at it. I'm like, oh.
But they will
buy it.
We will have days where there are just casuals in the arcade, and I will look over and they will be asking me to put MK1 in, and I'm like, all right, you do you, but they're playing the game, so.
Gotcha.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up here. It is 3 o'clock. It is time to open the arcade. Anything you want to plug here at the end?
I have a YouTube channel. It's TieshDuzDamage. That's my original Xbox 360 gamer tag. And I guess that's really it. That's all I shout out in terms of my YouTube channel.
YouTube, any projects you're working on, or?
Outside of like doing the fighting game thing. I'm always writing, but I'm doing college for that, so nothing published yet.
Gotcha.
Still working on that. And I guess another thing is, I know my professor is gonna be watching this. We're doing like a game research project. It's funny we found this because he's after enough time of talking, he was like, you know, we go to the arcade so much. Why don't we do an arcade study? I was like, okay, let's go.
Okay.
And he wants to try to get it published.
All right.
It's a great way to get this place out there if I could pull it off.
Yep. Great hanging out. Thanks for sitting down chatting with a while.
Yeah, it's always fun. I love being here.
Always a good time having you out. This has been No Signal Podcast, episode 6, with the man Meshy, up and coming local hero here. Everybody loves you.
Doing my best.
Yep,
Doing
yep.
my best on the front
All
lines.
right. That'll be it. Have a good one.